Hello and welcome to the top 10 most likely unseen issues for the OCS February 2023 and November 2022 exams, where the case company is FireWorks. This is a top 10 issues video, and what we'll be doing is presenting what I think are the top 10 most likely issues to come up in the exam. So first of all, to give you some background to how we came up with these ideas and these issues, the basis of choice in most parts will be explained for each individual issue, but some general pointers in how I came up with these. First of all, it's the focus in the pre-scene of the particular issue. So is there space devoted to it? Are there a few pages in the pre-scene? Have CIMA taken the time and the effort to include a section on it in the pre-scene? Also, the degree of importance attached to it by the examiner, thinking and reading between the lines and thinking about what the examiner might want to test you on given what's presented in the pre-scene and the kind of topics in the syllabus. We've also considered the strategic importance of the issues. So having completed a strategic analysis and that culminating in a thorough SWOT analysis, that business strategy has informed some of the decisions. So the things that are most important and most likely to come up, those are the issues I've picked. And again, the importance likely to be attached to the issues by the director. And also the importance likely to be attached to the issues by the directors of the company and the things that they are most interested in and most passionate about. Finally, I've also used my own experience. I've been an OCS or a case study tutor for many, many years. I've seen lots of variants, and so I have a good idea of the type of things that tend to come up. One way to know is to check past exams. Certain topics come up every single time, others come up frequently, and importantly, some topics never come up. So that has influenced my decisions. Also, the typical kinds of issues, so the typical things as they are examined, as we'll see as we go through. Also informing my decision is how easy it is to examine. Certain things are easier to write questions on, easier to examine than others. So that has also informed my decision making. So how can you use this to prepare? What's the point of watching this video? Well, one thing you can do is prepare key models from the pre-scene presentation. The key thing to remember there is if you've applied a model to the pre-scene information and you've learned something from that, that's great. But remember that if you go into the exam with that, you will need to adapt any models with any new information you see in the exam. You can sit mock exams, for example, Astranti's mocks, which are written based on the top 10 issues. And given that they cover the top 10 issues, there's a bigger chance that you'll end up sitting or having a go at a question that is very similar to an exam question before you actually have to sit the exam. You can find relevant real-life examples. So in certain issues, there will be real-life industry examples that you can use. And you can prepare sample paragraphs and learn them. And if you don't want to do that yourself, you can get the Astranti industry pack, where we've basically done that for you. We've done the industry research, and we've got 25 sample paragraphs you can learn. And you can drop those into your answers where relevant and impress the examiner. You can learn typical key points. Okay, so for example, the advantages and disadvantages of activity-based costing, for example, it's good to have those in your pocket to pull out when you need them because it may not come up, but the chances of it coming up are pretty strong, and it just makes it slightly easier for you, slightly less stressful to go into the exam, knowing that you can talk about that particular thing in depth. And then finally, it prepares you to know which models and which theory from the syllabus you can use to support your answers on a given issue. In each of the issues we've suggested relevant theory. So those are the places, if you're unsure of any of those, to go to into the syllabus and revise those in preparation. Okay, so introductions out of the way. Let's get on with our list, starting from number 10. Now these aren't in order of likeliness. I think any are as likely to come up as any other. They just happen to be numbered in this way. First up then, we have financial reporting. So the basis of my choice in this case for financial reporting, of course, it's a key F1 syllabus area. And it's really one of the main ways that F1 is examined in the case study exam. Always there's a question on some aspect of financial reporting, whether that's a particular standard or help or advice on preparing the financial statements. Also, we have a manufacturing company and they have lots of property, plant and equipment and non-current assets and things like that. And so it's this ample opportunity to examine particular areas of financial reporting. So the likely issues I foresee in this case would be some sort of a large asset purchase or perhaps even a disposal. So buying property, plant and equipment, perhaps a new area of the facility or distribution center, or even disposing of it. We do have the delivery fleet that the company owns. So again, there may be additions to that delivery fleet or something, maybe even disposals again or replacement, maybe depreciation questions, revaluation of any of the company's assets is a question that could come up. And another one related in this area as well is inventory valuation and how to value inventory. So the key points to raise, basically what you're doing here, if you get a question on financial reporting, what you're doing is applying the requirements as given in the particular IFRS or IAS. So what you really need to do is to understand how they are applied. An important thing to remember is usually you're noting the impact on the financial statement. So it will be something like, if it is an asset disposal, okay, you have to do to apply the standard, and then you will talk about what the impact would be on the statement of financial position. Obviously, assets will be lower, but all the other aspects of that applying that accounting standard. And in order to do that well, obviously you have to be fairly comfortable with your debits and credits and your double entry bookkeeping. So the thing you can remember, if you can remember DED-CLIC, debits is you debit your expenses, assets and drawings, you credit liabilities, income and capital. So the relevant theory here, the relevant standards, the ones that tend to come up, and I've seen all of these come up at various points in the OCS exam over the years. IAS 36 on property, plant and equipment. IFRS 5, that's assets held for sale and disposals or discontinued operations. IFRS 16, leases, that one I'm very, very sure that will come up because we can see that the company uses leases because there's right of use asset and lease liability in the statement of financial position. IAS 2 inventory, that's the one for inventory, costing inventory, but at the lower of cost or net realizable value. There also may be a tax element to this, so understanding the tax rules and how to apply, for example, capital allowances on assets or calculating tax depreciation. The information for that is given in the pre-scene on the final page. So that was issue number 1, financial reporting. That's how that tends to be examined in the OCS. Next up is variance analysis. So the basis of choice here is, again, it is frequently examined. I've never seen a variant of the exam that didn't have some question on variance analysis. It is an important P1 topic. It's a significant part of the syllabus. And of course, we are given lots of budget information in the pre-scene, so it would be easy to examine from the examiner's perspective. The likely issues then, what's going to be happening here, it will be some kind of variance. So whether it's sales variances, material variances, labor, or fixed overhead variances, there will be some variance to comment on, to understand, to drill into, and to identify the causes of the variance. Perhaps it's, again, budgeted figures have differed from actual figures and we're looking to see the variances. So the key points to raise here is how the variances, how would they be calculated? How do you calculate the variances in these different scenarios? Drawing conclusions on why they have happened and what that means and what has caused that. The reasons for the variances. The accuracy of the budgets and the budget preparing, the budget setting process, and whether there's any improvements that could be made if the variances are really poor. And also there are, of course, limitations of variance analysis that you may want to mention as well, if that is a relevant part of the question. So the relevant theory to use here is obviously the variance analysis sections of P1. So material price and usage variances, labour rate and efficiency variances, fixed overhead expenditure, volume, capacity and efficiency variances, sales price and volume variances. Also forecasting might come into this. Now, if any of that I've just read is unfamiliar to you or you're not sure about it, then really what you need to do is go back to P1 and go over the variance analysis chapters again, because it will be in the exam and you should be prepared for it.
I hope you enjoyed that sample that was taken from the full strategic case study course. So if you want to watch the entire video, then go ahead and sign up for our course. Before you do that, let me just tell you a bit about it so you know what you are getting. Our courses are designed first and foremost to help you pass your exam. We want you to minimize your study time, and we ensure that through providing those things, you are getting value for money. So what's on our course? Well, let me tell you a bit about the materials that we have on it. First of all, we have our exam technique series that's designed to help you to get to grips with the case study exam and find out exactly what it takes to pass. And in this series, you'll perfect your exam planning and writing technique. You'll find out how to maximize the marks that you score in your final exam. You'll learn how to provide the best answers written down in the right way within the time given on the exam. And you'll hear exactly what the examiners say about how to pass the case study exam. In the theory revision series, this is designed to refresh all of your syllabus knowledge relevant to the case study exams. So we take the most commonly examined theory from E3, F3 and P3 and summarize that for you so you can review theory quickly and easily. So you can take the study text with you wherever you are, online or the printable version. It also includes a whole range of tuition videos for those particular topics. We, of course, have the pre-scene analysis and the pre-scene materials, and that includes a full analysis of the pre-scene, picking out the most important snippets of information so that you don't miss a thing. 6 full videos for you to get through there. Also in the pre-scene materials package, we have a strategic analysis that links the pre-scene to the key theories and models from the syllabus. We have an analysis of the top 10 most likely issues to appear in the final exam, according to our case study experts. And we have 30 pre-scene knowledge questions designed to cement your knowledge of the pre-scene. Next up, we have the industry analysis. Our industry analysis provides an overview of the real-world industry that the pre-scene company belongs to, so you can apply this in the exam to score extra marks. Of course, we have mock exams and mock debriefs. Our mock exams include 5 fully timed computer-based mock exams with challenging questions designed to replicate the real exam. In addition to the questions, all of our mocks come with detailed solutions so you understand where you went wrong quickly and easily, and you can learn how to approach a similar question in the real exam. The mock debriefs are a series of video debriefs for each of the mock exams that go through exactly how to take the question, interpret the question, and turn that into a plan for the exam. So it shows you what you should be doing, how to apply what we've learned in the exam technique series, and you can compare your answer against the plan developed in the mock debrief. An essential product that students always are really popular with all our students is marking and feedback. And we have comprehensive marking and feedback included for 3 mock exams when you join the course. And that's from your assigned expert tutor who will be marking those scripts for you. That gives you the best platform for focusing your remaining studies and improving your answers. You'll work with the same marker throughout, so they'll get to know you and then give you personalized tips for how you can improve. We also have questions packs. First of all, we have the ethics pack, which helps you to cope with ethics questions, and we have a range of particular ethical issues to help you practice. We also have our generic question pack series. That's 60 exam style questions on a range of topics that are based on generic companies. So that's not based on the pre-scene, but it's a good way for you to practice writing exam answers in addition to what we've looked at on the pre-scene. And then finally, we have our masterclasses. There are 3 live online masterclass days, and signing up for the course gives you access to all of those. You can sit in and watch our experienced SCS tutor going through. You can talk to them through the interactive chat box. You can ask further questions on our discussion board. And those masterclasses are designed to take what we've learned from exam technique, from theory revision, from the pre-scene analysis, and apply it to your actual exam solutions. Finally, to back all of that up, we have our double guarantee. So that includes, first and foremost, a 14-day full money back guarantee. So if within 14 days you aren't happy with what's on the course, you can get a refund, no questions asked. And on top of that, we also have a pass guarantee, which is basically if you sit with us, if you have our course and you sit the exam and you don't pass, then we will give you the course again for free. That's how confident we are in our materials.
Thank you for watching. I hope you found that useful. And remember to like the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more Astranti content.